the result of a major cover-up involving the CEOs of several trusted U.S. corporations.
The United States and Germany are reportedly sending out high-tech submarines in the search for the signs of the missing Malaysian airline jet. That's according to the German magazine Der Spiegel. It reports that oceanographers in Germany are working with scientists at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute in Massachusetts to deploy the Abyss deep-sea search subs. There are only 3 of them in the whole world. They're unmanned. They're about 12 feet long, or the size of a very large car. They can dive nearly 20,000 feet and stay there for a full day. Teams use these same subs to track down the wreckage of the missing Air France flight, the one that crashed off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean. So let's take a look. Joining us now on the Fox News deck is Captain Tim Taylor. He's the president of Tiberian, what do they call it?
Tiburon.
Tiburon Subsea Services, is that right?
Yes.
He brought with him this device here. It's similar to the one that they'll use in the search in the Indian Ocean. This one is, what, 4 or 5 feet long?
Yeah, this is a shallow water unit, but all AUVs are autonomous underwater vehicles. Drones, for lack of a better word, are similar construction, sized up to do the job.
The deeper you got to go, the bigger the thing has got to be.
You got to carry more power, you got to carry more payload, you got to carry everything, and once you're down there, you want to stay there, so it's big stuff.
Now, until recently, you were telling me that the way they get down to very low depths to video or look for anything or take sonar pictures of is with a cable, but no more.
Yeah, no, they still do that, but if a vehicle or sonar or a big sonar sled and you put it in the water and you put a cable down, say, just use 5,000 feet shallow water, you'd have to have 20,000 feet of cable, steel cable. That all weighs. That's heavy. Big ships, big reels, and then its data is not as accurate because it's moving around unless you have another boat following it with telemetry gear. It's expensive. This is the future.
How does this thing work? What does it do?
Well, it goes down and it takes pictures of the bottom with sound. And in order to get to the bottom, to get the real high-resolution pictures, you have to send the device close to the bottom. Tow it there or send it on its own. And like I said, this is the future. And the beauty of these is you can potentially launch multiple vehicles off of one ship instead of just one.
Now, and you can't take standard traditional pictures with these things?
You can. They have camera payload. So if you did a sonar flyby at like a long-distance picture and you found items, you could then zero in and get high-resolution sonar. Then you could actually change payloads and go in and take photographs of what you have and map it all out. All geo-referenced, so you know exactly where they are. And then you can send robotic ROVs down that are tethered from the surface with arms that can actually do the salvage.
Going to that depth is something that humans have only figured out a way to do in recent years. I don't understand why it's not crushed or it doesn't blow up or something.
Well, this system is similar to housings like you'd have cameras in. They have O-ring seals like a GoPro type thing. They're sealed. But once you start getting to great depths, they do a flooded hierarchy. They'll flood the motors with oil. A lot of the lines, all the systems that they could possibly, even the batteries, are oil filled. There's no air in them. There's no airspace, so they can't crush. They do have equipment housings that carry the computers and some of the gear that have to be, really strengthened up for that depth. So that's the limits.
Is this our best hope for figuring out where it is, what shape it's in, what happened to it?
This is, yes, the most efficient, if you want to do that. Every task, every tool should be applied, I would imagine. So if they have tow ships, tow them. If they have AUVs, drop them. But if this happened 20 years from now, the way this is going, these are going to be the things that are just going to be dropped everywhere to find them. They'll be much more efficient and faster.
Developing fast.
Yes.
All right. That's interesting. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you, too.